Welcome back to Mountain Page Productions, guys. We found a friend to ride with. We're going to the gas station. He said he's just going to the gas station, and I said, hey man, whatever excuse it takes to ride. But we're gonna go ride a little while. He's on an old Honda Grom. I'll get some shots of it in a minute. I was making another video and I paused it to make this one. Man, this old bike sounds so good. I love it. Got a brand new clutch in the mug. Hell yeah. This is a time when I wish I had mirrors. Everybody riding behind me. I'm in a flannel. It's going to be a little chilly, but I'll get over it. I'm more worried about riding than worried about chilly. Keep a good pace so I don't push him, because I don't know how good of a rider he is. I know he's had street bikes in the past, but I still, like, no matter what you hear from anybody, you always kind of want to be cautionary when you're riding with a new person. I don't want to put him in any situation that would make him feel uncomfortable, so I'm always just going to try to stay cruising and mind my business. Man, this thing sounds so good. I love riding an old flat track cycle, guys. I love it, I love it. Roscoe Pico train, son. I don't have a speedometer, so I'm kind of just pissing in the wind right now how fast I'm going. I just put it in the last gear I got and hold her about eighth throttle. About a good eighth. Usually when I say about a good eighth, I'm talking about something completely different than, well, we're talking about the same thing, I guess. Both gas, just two different types, boy. That gas, boy. I love this bike though. It is a 1982 CM250C. It's the predecessor to the Honda Rebel. But before they made the Honda Rebel, they made these, and this was kind of before they made the Honda Rebel a very beginner-friendly bike. So this was still when it had different cams and different intakes, and it was still very fast, unlike a regular Honda Rebel. You literally give this bitch throttle, and it'll fucking go anywhere you want it to. Making sure I ain't leaving him. I know I keep looking behind me, guys. So pretty. It was like literally 60 degrees today, so we were literally, I was like, I gotta jump on the bikes or do something. And I was supposed to, like, I posted it 12 hours ago and some people were supposed to come ride, but obviously, like, I didn't give them any freaking notice. So, like, not a lot of people showed up. So I just kind of hung out for a little while, and then this guy came and he just came rolling down my driveway. This is my neighbor, and I didn't even know that he had a bike. And homie just rolled up on a Grom and was like, going to the gas station, you want to ride? Like, hell yeah, I want to ride, dude. I was trying to ride with people all day, and nobody wanted to ride. People's bikes broke down, everything happened. And then this guy literally just shows up, dude, out of the blue. It's like God just sent me a person to ride with. I love these back roads. We're on the backside of Fort Creek Mountain in Saluda, North Carolina. This place has a lot of history. All this place beginning was like, the beginning of this place was pretty much where all the foothills people and the flatlanders came, and this was where they came to hunt or log timber. So there's been a lot of timber logged out of here and a lot of hunting done here, a lot of Indian style hunting too. You'll find flint chipping piles and arrowheads and Indian tools everywhere. You go down here to this river that we're about to go beside, and literally everywhere in this river is tools that that date back to Cherokee or even pre-Cherokee. Like there's tools that I personally know somebody's found from 5,000 years ago in these mountains, just in these mountains, and it was some kind of talon or bone or something that the Cherokee or somebody like carved into what looked to be a tooth. It wasn't a tooth to start with, it was like a bone. It almost felt like ivory, like a tusk. That's exactly what it felt like a boar tusk. I bet you that's what it is. They were pig hunting. And I have it, and it's dated by the Tryon Museum. It's 5,000 years before, or 5,000 BC is what the note said. So honestly, 5,000 BC is a long time ago, and it would be understandable because this is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world, and I have the joy of living here. Somebody parked going hiking. That's a good spot to hike if you ever want to. I'm gonna stop right here and make sure that I'm doing a good speed for him and everything. Some girls in a car, probably smoking the devil's lettuce. This little creek right here had a big flood come through this year, but it's a wonderful little place to ride. I love it on this dirt road. I probably need to take it slow because I really don't know his riding ability. Somebody been down there with a big piece of equipment. Got another motorcycle rider right there, Honda Shadow like mine. This river has a lot of we're behind bicyclers. They're gonna love us. This river has a lot of history. It flooded last year and it washed a lot of things up, and I was able to go down here and dig through it, and I found a bunch of old Indian tools and flint chips and arrowheads and just random stuff like that. Found a lot of broken glass bottles too, and that makes me sad, guys. So make sure you're not throwing broken glass in the river. I mean, kids swim in there and they can get their feet cut, and it's not a fun time at all. Not fun for anybody going to the hospital after you're literally taking a vacation day. We're all cycling, boy. We're cycling, boy. This is hatchery supported. You see how wide the river is now from where that flood came through last season. But there is a lot of trout and stuff in here. I don't know if y'all can see that hawk way up there. Or goose. That's a goose. You see his feet stuck out behind him. Looks like a dang arrow sticking out of his butt. Make sure I go a good speed for him. This bike really just wants to go the way I built it. You put a big intake and a flat side carb on something, and I'm telling you, it just wants to go, buddy. Which we're both on street tires, but like I said, I really don't know his riding abilities, especially on dirt. Like, people's riding abilities differ. I come from a dirt background, so I'm more comfortable on dirt, but a lot of people that come from an asphalt background, like the people per se that learn maybe in Florida, where like everything off-road is really sketchy because of the sugar sand. But honestly, up here where everything is like peat moss or hard pack or red clay mud, like and you have a lot more places to ride too. Like if you're from the city in Florida, you're definitely not going to have the off-road capabilities that we have. Honestly, around here when we were little, it was so hard to find pavement that we could actually ride on that we were forced to ride off-road. So my off-road background really didn't come by choice. It was kind of the only thing. Like if I was going to ride, I was riding off-road. So I learned differently than a lot of other people learned, which is okay and understandable. This is called the Chug Hole. They just recently built this bridge. I say recently, about 10 years ago. It feels recent to me though. This is where I grew up, this river right here. Pacolet River, and that's the old Chug Hole down there. Somebody looking for rocks or something as we speak. We used to come down there every summer and swim, man. Like literally all my friends knew when I wasn't answering the phone or I didn't have service, this is literally where they came to find me. You wouldn't believe how many people just showed up looking for me there because they knew that I was there. That's just where I hung out. And this place has no service, so like when you're back in here, you're back in here. If you break down, then you're coasting to the end and pushing it till you find service. Or I don't know, God's gonna send somebody to help you, I guess. I never lugged this bike through here at all, and now that I'm lugging it, it's so temperamental on the first eighth of throttle. Like this thing literally just wants to go so bad. And I'm trying to go slow because I don't know how fast he's used to riding. He's literally on a Grom with street tires that he bought 3 days ago. I'm not trying to put the kid into something dangerous or he'll never come back and ride with me. I love that tunnel. That tunnel dates back to the Civil War, basically. It's supposed to be haunted. There's supposedly a girl down there waiting for a prom date, and a bunch of drunk people came down the road and just took her out when she was standing in the tunnel because she was down there waiting on a prom date that never came or something. You know, if that's a true story, some boy got haunted for the rest of his life not showing up for that prom date. Or what if it was like him in the car? He just took her out. He's like, nah, I ain't going with her. That's kind of messed up. I shouldn't have said that, but God rest her soul. I cannot for the life of me remember people's names. Christian, that's his name. That's who I'm riding with. He's been my neighbor for a while. Never really hung out with him. Of course, I'm not a very approachable person, to say the least. Like I literally got a huge beard and I'm a huge big old dude and I look like the meanest dude in the whole world. But if you come up to me, you'll find out that I'm literally like the most humble, big bearded guy you'll ever meet. Which a lot of people are. A lot of the big bearded dudes are literally just teddy bears in a wolf's clothing. But you still don't want to mess with them because they'll hold their own. It's a pretty waterfall. I took David and Cindy through here from Forgotten Angels, and David rode his Harley fully dressed, top box and everything through this road with Cindy on the back of it, and they loved every bit of it. I don't know if you watch Shade Tree Surgeon, but if you don't, you should. And as he says, every bike is an off-road bike. All you have to do is point it off-road and go. And if that ain't the truth, man, I'm on a damn Honda Rebel and we got a boy on a Grom right now. There's a bunch of old houses down here, and none of the dang new groovy hippies that moved around this area want to live down here because there's no Wi-Fi and there's no phone signal. So this is kind of like one of the last places that we have left that's untouched by Ashevilleans, or whatever the hell you want to call them. There's some crazy people, I know that. This dude's keeping up fine though. Like I can tell just by his posture that he's rode stuff before. Like I'm not dealing with somebody that knows nothing. But I haven't really even asked him about his background or anything. I pretty much say what I'm thinking, and right now that's pretty much what I'm thinking, is just telling myself, like, now that I'm riding with a rider that I don't know, that I just need to be cautious and point out things and go around things and just be cool, you know. The last thing I don't want to do is for anyone to lay down a bike that they literally just bought last week and are trying to get used to. I'm like, yeah, boy, come ride with me. We're going 45 miles an hour on dirt roads, man, on street tires. Old boy never gonna come back. It's not bad down this road though. Literally, it's literally better shape than his driveway is. So I know that I know he's not really out of his comfort zone. If he makes it up that damn driveway every day, then this ain't nothing to him. I'll tell you that right now. I've seen the driveway they live on have a hole at the end of it that could swallow a damn Volkswagen Bug. That's the thing with a lot of people around here in the wintertime. They have a hell of a time just getting in and out of their own house. It makes this place, like, a lot of people that live here don't expect the stuff that happens here, but, like, you gotta be tough to live in a place like this in the backwoods, dude. Like, you're kind of just fending for yourself back in there a lot of times. We got a fellow biker, Adventure Daddy. What's up, Adventure Daddy? Got the high vis daddy, boy. Y'all eating some food? This road too. I swear, dude, like, I will go out of my damn way to take a back road. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I will legit go so far out of my way just to take a back road. Like, my Florida friends don't even understand where I'm from, dude. Like, literally where I'm from, like, if you pass another, like, just count how many cars we passed in this video. That's all I gotta tell you. There's like been 6 so far, and we went through a main town. That's all I have to say. 6 cars and went through a main town. You won't find that anywhere in Florida, I'm telling you. You may find it somewhere like in the backwoods or in the swamps or something like that, but other than that, like, where most of my friends are from like city areas. Somebody rode a motorcycle through the white paint. You can see the tracks on the ground. Who's this there? Was that a good pace on the dirt? Okay. Alright, we got some gasoline and we're back. Let's see what he wants to do. Where are you wanting to go?
I gotta go back to the house probably. Give me 1 second. I gotta see if I think Lauren texted me.
You're good.
going to meet her brother to eat, so I guess I need to go back to the house.
All right, same way, good? All right. Hey, boy! Yee-yee! Get the helmet back on, get it strapped up, slacked up, slipping fine, looking fine, living. There's a car behind him, so I'm just gonna go on up the hill. Come up this way. Hopefully he's good. One thing about those Groms is like he's literally riding a pit bike on the road. Like he's not a heavy guy, but they kind of need a little something under the hood to make him right. I don't know, I say that, but he caught my ass. We top out about the same thing as I do on this bike as he does on that. Like, as long as we don't go on major highways, then we're good, because we'll ring both these things out trying to do 65, but that's just the way mine's geared. It's actually made for the highway, but I just put woods gearing on it because the first gear was so tall that I hated it. You literally couldn't ride it in the woods. Couldn't ride it in the woods at all. It was a no-go there. At least I got to take a little ride though. Feel good for that. Dug, duggy, duggy, dug, 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 duggy, duggy, dug, dug. Bitch. Go down Pearson's Falls again. See who he's got behind him. We're good. Alright, block a little bit of traffic for her. We're gonna keep her in fifth and just roll down the hill, buddy. Dude, I was just bragging about not seeing a lot of cars, and now there's 3 cars on this road. I guess everyone thought the same thing that we did, that it was a beautiful day. Watch out for that stick. Had to point that out. You know me, got a wild man around a little bit. Stay in the sand on that corner, because the road's as rough as it gets, boy. I know this isn't much of a video, and I just kind of hopped on a biking road, but I'm glad that I got some footage. I'm probably not going to be able to make it to the March Brap Star camp out, or the family reunion as they call it now, so I'm glad that I can at least update a few of my homies that care on what I'm doing, what I've been up to. Damn! This thing's bumpy, crumpy, bumpy. You ain't got to pull over. We're on motorcycles, man. Thank you, though. What the fuck? There's a bunch of cars on this road, man. I never expected that. Like there's got to be a party somewhere or something. Did somebody die? Where the hell's all them cars coming from? This is Saluda Town, son. That was our whole population we just passed. I do love these roads so much. There's nothing better to ride them on than an old stiff suspension Honda. It ain't made for them. I mean, why would you not take a tool that's not made for the job and make it for the job? Isn't there just so much more gratitude in that? Like taking this bike that was just made for beginners and not made for off-road, and I made it really fast, and I put off-road suspension on it. Yeah, everything you're not supposed to do with this motorcycle, I did it. And then I put Harley parts and Kawasaki parts on it. And even some Buscadero parts, which I don't even know how to say, and y'all probably don't even know what it is. But if you don't know what that is, you should really look it up, because they're like pit bikes, but they're made like old bikes still, but with modern brakes and everything, which is really sick. I'm so happy this guy got a bike though. Like, I got me a new riding buddy, and it's a Grom too. Like, I do a lot of stunts and stuff, so like maybe later on he can learn to wheelie and start stunting with me and shit. What you gonna say? Whoa! Oh, this whiskey throttled it. Yeah. I would do some dumb shit like that though. That's just hilarious, dude. I wish you had a camera on behind me. I bet that shit looks so funny. I bet it looks so fucking funny. That shit's hilarious. I literally almost came off the bike. That's why you don't do what I do, kids. That shit'll get you hurt. This trail is called the Missing 40, and if you ever want a really good hike in Saluda, I really recommend this trail in Pearson's Falls. That's a cute little doggy. Hey, y'all! I really recommend the Missing 40 off the Packlet River in Saluda. If you really want to be secluded, but not that secluded, like Pisgah's secluded, like, come to Secluda. That's why we call Saluda Secluda, because it's literally like right in between Spartanburg, right in between Greenville, right in between Asheville, and it's still the middle of nowhere. So if you still want to catch some like real backcountry vibes, you only have to drive like literally 30 minutes outside of a major town to get it. And granted, people are pretty lucky for that, but I'm even more lucky because I live here, but still. Thank you so much. I know a boy's gotta get home. He doesn't ride much, and I know his girlfriend loves him very much, like mine loves me, and she's probably worried about him. We were at the gas station, he's like, hang on, let me text my girlfriend and make sure she knows that I'm good. She's probably worried sick about him being out on that bike. That's why a lot of times that you'll see me, like, you won't see me post videos like riding in downtown Tampa. You won't see me post videos riding in downtown Asheville or Greenville. Like 99% of the time you'll see me post videos riding in the backcountry, because like that's just where I'm myself and I'm not as alert. I'm still as alert as it takes to be riding a motorcycle, but I'm not on like high alert just waiting to get knocked off of it all the time. And it kind of eases my nerves, and it makes the videos a lot better too. A lot of times when I'm in a major city, I'll just catch myself not even talking at all, and I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but just major cities is not exactly what I'm used to. I'm literally used to this right here. Like, if you, like I said, counted all the cars we passed, it still wouldn't be above 30. And we went through a major town. Not a major town, but the only major town around here. And that's just what I enjoy, because, like, the odds are a lot better. And yeah, like the people that ride in Florida and ride to work every day or do what they do every single day on a motorcycle, they ride through Tampa traffic. You guys have cojones, dude. Not saying that I wouldn't do it, but I don't know. It's just not what I'm used to, so it puts me out of my comfort zone. So it's a lot harder for me to have enough fun to make a video. Like, not saying I don't want anyone to think that I'm not having fun riding this motorcycle, because every time that I'm on this motorcycle, that like I have the huge smile on my face, and it makes my day so much better. This is literally my therapy. I would much rather be in the city on a motorcycle than be in the city in a car. But when my nerves are kind of going crazy because I'm not used to being in like heavy traffic situations on a motorcycle, that's when the videos don't really get fun for other people, I feel like, because I just get quiet and I'm not as fun as I could be because I'm just not feeling the vibe. Which, if you ask anybody else, like, that's just me telling the truth. Like, I can ride the heck out of a motorcycle. Anybody that you ask will tell them, like, that dude rips. But I just don't enjoy ripping in heavy traffic. Like, you see those people on those crotch rockets riding like 120 miles an hour down the interstate in between cars. Like, that shit just ain't for me, bud. Hit a little bit of sand right there. I probably should have went around that, because he's probably following my lines. Teaching him bad habits already. Lugging a gear, boy, lugging a gear. I love it. But yeah, this is the backside of Fort Creek, and we're right on the line of the Tryon watershed. There's a lot of hiking trails to the left too, not like off of this road, but if you go down in Tryon, you can catch some good trails in the Tryon watershed and everything. I'm like holding back off the throttle, worried about that Grom, because dude, this is like 8% grade. I don't know if you can tell on camera, and that Grom's right behind me. It's a brand new Grom. I wouldn't expect anything less, but I was kind of like going easy because I was worried about him keeping up, but it's right on my ass, dude. I ain't even got to worry about it. That just makes me want a Grom even more, because I've wanted one for so long, a Z125 or a Grom, which they're so great, because I feel like so many more people have gotten into motorcycles just because of a Grom or a Z125 like that, and they're road legal too. Is the awesome thing, that they're not like just little pit bikes where when we were growing up, where the law got called every damn week because Lily at the end of the road got mad because she tore up her grass that you didn't even touch, you know. That happened to me like so much as a kid. The law got called so many times that all of my buddies just quit riding motorcycles and started doing bad things because they got bored. And I am all for keeping the kids riding, because as soon as you stop the kids from riding and they got time on their hands, that's what you don't want, is a kid with time on his hands, because he's going to get into every damn thing that he possibly can. And that's where the party was. I knew that there was a reason for all those cars, and they were here when we went through. They got a whole outdoor kitchen down there? The hell? Since like I've seen those type of Jeeps, I've seen a million of them ever since I started noticing them. I used to not notice them too much, like the long weird ones. They're not like the short little whatchamacallums, the Cherokee maybe. I don't know what that is, like a Compass or something, Jeep Compass. He's right on my butt. He's doing good. Not trying to talk about him like I don't know how he can ride, or like that he can't ride. I just don't know how he can ride. I don't know his background. So I don't want to push him. Usually I'm doing crazy shit, which I still did some stupid shit today. And of course, when I'm by myself, like, I could literally ride standing up on the dang seat and surf this thing all the way down the road. And then today, I don't know why that my mind told me to do this, but right when I stood up, this throttle tube's billet, and it has reverse threads on it, and it literally screws in the way that you twist the throttle. And when I let off the throttle, I unscrewed it, and for some dumb reason I was like, oh, I need to screw that back in, and I just grabbed the throttle and twisted the shit out of it, and I almost fell off the back of the bike, because that's what happens when you do that when the bike's running. And I literally just wasn't thinking about it, and I turned around, old boy was just laughing so hard he about fell off the grom, dude. I'd give anything to have a camera on his ass right now. I need to get a spare GoPro and a mic. That way if I have riders with me, I can just throw them on the bike with a spare GoPro and stuff. Which that'll be really fun. I'm glad that I have a neighbor I can ride with too now. And if y'all are wondering why I wave at every single person, you're not used to that because you live in a big city. If you come to this small town, you better wave at me. The only people that don't wave, I can always tell who's not from here because they don't wave back. Everybody from this town waves at you, bro. They'll even stop and have what we call a salute conversation in the middle of the road. And people will pull up behind them and they'll sit there and keep talking and expect people just to be patient. And like, it's literally expected. It's called a salute conversation. Like, that's something that happens here that doesn't happen in any other small town. That's your daily video challenge. What happens in your town that doesn't happen in any other towns? If you live in a small town, what do you do differently than any other town you've ever been to? Or if you live in a big city, I want to hear the same thing. And I really appreciate you guys riding with me today. Man, I'm out of breath and I got cotton mouth because I know I've been talking. But I appreciate you riding with me. Mountain Page Productions, back with another one on the little flat track sickle. Special thank you to TB Parts. If you need any trail bike parts, you're going to want to go to tbparts.com. Special thank you to them. And special thank you to you guys. And I'm going to leave you with that. Old Wild Man out, boy. Thank you for riding with me today. Have a good one.